All right, Mario, in this last video, we're going to talk about one way that you can get better as a pitcher, and we're going to primarily focus on what you're doing with this back leg and how you drive off this back leg. And I'm going to begin here with Tom Glavine. So we're going to draw a green line behind his back foot and his back knee and his back hip. And we're going to go ahead and get him into his knee lift. And I want you to pay attention as he lifts his knee, what's happening with this back leg. So he lifts the knee, and as he lifts the knee, he starts to thrust the front hip, and as he starts to separate his hands, right before he separates them, notice right here the leg drive. Notice how this back leg creates an angle like this, and that's going to help him drive off the inside of this back leg. Now, the more we can drive off the inside of our back leg like this, the more momentum we're going to create down the mound. The more momentum we create, the longer our stride, and the more we're going to use our body and our legs in our delivery. Now, with that in mind, I want to go over here to the right-hand side, put a little line behind your back foot, and your knee, and your hip, and I want to get you into your knee lift right here, and we're going to separate your hands. And what you're going to notice here, right here as you separate, is your back knee actually went a little bit backwards. Again, let's watch that again. We're in our set position, and you kind of stay back. And so your weight is on the outside of your back leg, which is not what we want. Instead, we want to create this angle right here. We want to drive our legs. Notice the difference here. When Tom Glavine drives with his leg, how far his back hip goes from that original line. His hip started here, and it's gone all the way here. Whereas with you, when you separate your hands, you don't get as much with your hip. There's your separation. Your back hip only goes this far because your back knee goes backwards a little bit. And what we want to be able to do, instead of having this angle with our leg and having our weight back on the back side of our leg, we want to create an angle that's more like this, where we're let's make that a green line. We want to create an angle where our back leg is driving off the mound towards home plate, like you can see with Tom Glavine over here on the left-hand side. And so with that in mind, if you're able to improve that, you're going to get a whole lot more momentum in your delivery. So we're going to go ahead for a second here and wrap up this video. And as we wrap it up, we're going to play both deliveries side by side so you can notice the similarities and the differences. All right, bud, I got to say I'm really excited about the progress you've made, and I'm confident that you're going to continue to make even more progress. You got a good arm. You have great command with your fastball, and we're really excited to see you grow and get to the varsity level at West Bloomfield.